What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop, and here we are. All of my coffee drinking knowledge over the last 6 months have culminated into the epic battle royale. We're doing a cold brew coffee challenge. All right, so everybody knows I've really been digging cold brews this year. Been drinking them, been trying them. We've done some videos. Some people reached out and were like, hey, you ever gonna do some coffee that like everybody can get at the store? And I'm like, oh, you know, it's I probably should do something like that. I've just had the good luck of having wonderful manufacturers reach out to Jessica and I. I'm like, hey, we know you guys like coffee and cigars. Can we send you a bag of coffee? And so, and sometimes they're a little bit expensive, and I know people don't like ordering all the time. So I was actually at Walmart today and picking up Jessica, because I found out Walmart says she's always wanted to try that Death Wish coffee. So I picked her up some. And then on my day, I have a cold brew every day when I take it to work with me. On the days that I forget or I forgot to make some, there's Dunkin' Donuts, you know, takes me 30 seconds to walk there, so I just get one of theirs. So I saw the Dunkin' cold brew on the shelf. Right next to that, I saw the Great Value Donut Shop cold brew, and then right next to that was the Starbucks cold brew. So I've never had a Starbucks anything, so I don't know anything about the company except they're weird and a little bit on the left side. So I was just going to pick up the cold brew, the Dunkin', because Dunkin', the Dunkin' Donuts I got, their consistency sucks. The only good Dunkin' I've had yet was up in Jersey. Fantastic cold brew up there. So, and then I'm like, you know what? Because the pricing was all about the same, I'm like, I'll just buy all three. So that's what I did. So we're gonna open these up. So I've got one going. So inside each of these inside this box is a sealed pouch. Inside this pouch is 2 of these pouches. So, and I will seal this up so I don't need to calm down, Vic. So same with that one. Same with the Starbucks. Just different. Each bag comes with, and the Starbucks smells like poop. It is a horrible smell. But I have learned, Jessica's taught me that not all coffee that tastes good smells good as beans or grounds. So I'm like, all right. And then we've got the Great Value Donut Shop. There is one big bag that I cut open instead of seeing the sign that says pull here, and inside of this is 6 smaller bags. So let me break down some information for you. Okay, so the Dunkin', $6.75 for this box. Now they want you to take these 2 pouches and add them to 4 cups of water in a pitcher and then steep overnight. But that's too much, because I want to do these 3 days. So I don't want cold brew stacking up and left over. So I'm just going to do just 1 pouch, and then have that, you know, 2 pouches, 4 cups of water, 1 pouch, 2 cups of water. So I get 1 serving, 1 pouch. So basically at that point there is 4 servings per box. That makes it $1.69 per cup of cold brew. The Starbucks, $6.78. Same thing, 2 pouches to 4 cups of water, and then same 4 servings per box. That's $1.70 per serving, so a penny more. The Great Value, they want you to do 1 pouch per 1 cup of water. So on this one, I'll have to do 2 pouches with 1 cup of water. So you would think being at $4.98, versus $6.78, you're going to get more. You really don't, because now instead of getting 4 servings per box, you're only getting 3 servings per box. So it makes it $1.66 per serving. So now this is what I love. I didn't do the math in the store or read the directions. Anybody knows me in cigars know I take price into consideration for everything. So we got $1.66, $1.70, and $1.69. Essentially the exact same price for all 3 of these. So that takes price completely out of the picture, takes it out of my mental thing, and now we can just concentrate on the flavor. So I already opened one up, and I have got the Starbucks brewing now. So now I did 3 cups of water. I know I said 1 pouch to 2 cups of water, but cold brew is really concentrated. So normally I would just take like a full one of these, and then I would dilute it afterwards. But I wanted to keep everything really scientific, really the exact same. So I went ahead and pre-diluted it with 1 cup of water. So each one will be the same. And I want to be able to drink this tomorrow afternoon and start my review. So what I'll do is I will make a cold brew, or pour this into a cup, add my ice. No matter what cold brew it is, I'm a creature of habit. I'll probably turn the camera on, try it, and then I'll add my 2 to 3 sugars, depending on what mood I'm in, and always the same splash of milk. And then I will instantly start another pouch, so I can do that one 24 hours later, and then I can do that one 24 hours later. So I'll have 3 days. I have 3 days off, so it'll all be 3 in a row, and then we'll come to find out, is Starbucks any better than Dunkin', or will the great value cold brew donut shop coffee kick ass? Because I know the Walmart, you see it online, they make, and the donut shop makes the little Keurig cups that everybody raves about. So we'll see really which one. I mean, there's going to be there's no great value. There's no value in any of them. They are all, essentially $1.70 per serving. So if you wanted a little stronger, though, I guess you could, I don't know. I don't even want to get into any of that. So basically, this is what I drink, anyways. Usually, I'll have a little bit, probably another half cup more of this when I normally make it myself. But like I said, it's even, everything the same. Period. Now I will say the Starbucks is the only one that lists on their package is they want you to put 2 packages in 4 cups of water, let it steep overnight to give you that concentrate, and then they say add 3 additional cups of water to the pitcher, and then you'll have your cold brew. I don't know why they all don't say it. I used to drink them all straight, all the cold brews, until the jitters got to me. So I started diluting them down to about, that was pretty spot on when they said add 3 cups of water to the 4. That's about what I've always diluted mine down to. So they got it spot on there. Worst smelling one out of all of them. Ooh, is that horrible. So I can't wait. Like I said, it's I've kind of always wanted to try a Starbucks, but I always feel like I'm too cool to actually walk into a Starbucks and order something. So I don't know. I'm not very cool. I actually am pretty cool. Look at this beard. Well, look at my beard yesterday. I mean, it was longer and cooler. Now it's just, thinking about it, yeah, I am getting a little bit like a short hipsterish beard. Huh. So, all right. So that's the challenge. Is the name brands any better than anything else? So I do like the packets. I do like grinding my own coffee when on the cold brew, though, because I like it. You want a very large grind on the cold brew, and just feeling the package, it seems like that's a little finer than what they recommend for a cold brew grind. But and then plus they said that they say grind the beans. I like getting them in when they're freshly roasted, grinding them. But like I said, that's not about me. That's about you, and then just being able to go to the store and just picking up some damn cold brew instead of having to go online and figure out all these things. So I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I'm gonna shut up right now. We will see you back tomorrow afternoon, and to try out this Starbucks. And then one thing I always I'll interject. Always shake them. I just try and always shake. I don't know why. Because mainly because I use the Rumble jar and they recommend you shake. So I'm still shaking this one, even though this is my first time ever using these pouches. So all right, cats and kittens, we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon. All right, so it's been a whole day and we're about ready to try the Starbucks cold brew. Now the next batch tomorrow's will be the Dunkin. So I just started this probably half an hour ago. I'm surprised how dark it's gotten already. So super cool. So I did go out and I was the plastic lids. I noticed with the mason jars, some of my lids, especially the coffee one, I don't know what coffee does, the acid or whatever, but it started to rust these pretty quick. So I went out and just got some plastic lids for that. I haven't tried anything yet. Now I'm trying to make this consistent, so I went ahead and brewed up a simple sugar. So I added 2 tablespoons of liquid sugar, 1/8 of a cup of milk, and I'm gonna pair it with an Undercrown Sun-Grown from Drew Estate Cigars. Cigar I've had 100 of, so I know this cigar inside and out. Not too overpowering, not very sweet, not super spicy. It's just a good cigar, so it shouldn't detract too much from the cold brew. And then I did pour a shot of just straight cold brew, just so I know how it tastes on its own. If you remember, the Starbucks, probably the worst smelling out of all of them, and it is a very delightful scent now that it has been cold brewed. That is I could not drink that on its own. That is strong. Whew. Man. So before I light my cigar, got a fresh palette. Let me give this a shake. Now that is delightful. Definitely a strong coffee. I could see why their directions specifically said to water it down, because like I said, that is a very powerful, bold blend. So, all right on. So the cigar is testing dead on. So let's get it cut and lit. There we go. And then this isn't a cigar review, but a lot of people like pairing cigars with coffee. So I just want to see how this particular coffee pairs with this particular cigar. There are times when I don't know what I want cigar-wise, and I have maybe a half a dozen cigars that kind of my go-to, not too bland, not too spicy and bold. They're just the middle ground, just good tobacco. And the sun-grown Undercrown is definitely one of those cigars. Now I don't know if this will be the perfect cigar for this blend, but whatever blend ultimately wins the battle will be a blend that I keep on hand at all times, because like I said, it's some of that coffee you get can get quite expensive, and at $1.66 per serving, you know, that's pretty good. So it'll take me a little bit of drinking and blending different cigars until I find that perfect pairing. Oh, that's good. I like that. There is no notes of cocoa or chocolate in either the coffee or the cigar, but the coffee does bring out hints of cocoa between the two mixing in my mouth. And the smoke seems to be creamier on my tongue when blended. So the spice does kick up a little bit inside this cigar. So that coffee is amping the spice level up. I'm gonna keep smoking this. I'm gonna come back in a little bit, just once I've had enough, because I'm almost thinking that maybe this is not the perfect cigar with this coffee. But let me drink a little, let me smoke a little bit, and then I'll come back with you shortly. All right, and we're back. It's been about 2 hours. I'm just now at the bottom of the drink. There was a lot of caffeine in this. An absolute ton. That's I mean, I'm not getting the like the jitters or anything else, but it's just affecting my mental state. So I don't know. Kind of strange. It's pairing good with the cigar, but I haven't really, I mean, it shouldn't have taken me 2 hours to smoke this cigar, but I've just been kind of, it's been too strong. I think it's still good. It still needs a little bit of sweetness. I think maybe instead of 2 tablespoons, I would have probably doubled that to 4 tablespoons of sugar, which I know, I mean, sugar, I mean, it's already, you know, a lot of caffeinated, but I would have also watered it down a little bit more. It's I don't know. I'd have to play. It's a good cold brew. I'll definitely have to play around with this one. I think instead of just adding the liquid sugar, I make one for Jessica that also has a little honey into it. So I think this needs a little bit. Maybe it doesn't need more sugar, but maybe it needs that little bit of honey, that little bit of sweetness. So I don't know. I like it. Is something I could drink every day? Yeah, I could probably drink it every day. Like I said, I had to fool around with it. So, but we're gonna keep all the blends the exact same, and then we'll see how they go. So, I'll come at you tomorrow with the next one, the Dunkin, and then we'll see how it goes. So we'll see you in the morning or afternoon. I think we'll see you in the afternoon. See, my brain, it's legit like cloudy up in here. Like I don't even want to operate a piece of heavy equipment. Not that I have any, but it's really affecting me. So we'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, and we are back for day 2, the Dunkin cold brew. So this is the one I'm kind of most excited about. Is because I've had this, like Dunkin's version. Like I've had many of these, so I know what this should taste like. I've had the really good version of this, and I've had, you know, piss poor. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try it on its own. Now that, if you drink Dunkin cold brew at a Dunkin', that's exactly what this tastes like. Hands down, it tastes just like that. So let me try it with my usual 2 tablespoons of the liquid simple sugar or simple syrup and an 1/8 cup of milk. That is pretty close to the Dunkin. I think it probably could have needed, I think both of them could have used maybe 1 more tablespoon of the simple sugar just to take that little bit of bite off. We are calling an audible with one thing. I don't think that Undercrown Sun-Grown was the cigar yesterday. And there was a couple cigars that I had in mind, and the other one was the Florida Sun-Grown, which I know is very similar to that Undercrown. That Undercrown just has a slight spicy bitterness. That I don't, that I think in the long run, maybe towards the halfway, the cigar and the coffee weren't pairing quite well together, or not. They were pairing fine. I think it could have been a better pairing. So I don't think that the cigar is going to take away from the coffee. I think they're just going to give it a little bit different of a texture. So I don't think it's not going to skew my final results. And on this one, we are going with the box press, because I believe that is, the box press is a little bit more similar to that Underground Sun-Grown. If I wanted like a little bit of a sweeter of a Florida Sun-Grown, which I didn't want, I would have gone with the Bellicoso, which just a little bit sweeter of a Vitola. Very good pairing. Very good pairing at very good pairing. What was I gonna say? Pairs quite well. I don't know what I was gonna say. And take one more. Yeah, it's weird that the cold brew adds a little bit of smokiness, like a char grilled smokiness on my tongue. So kind of a strange. I haven't got that before. This is one of my favorite cigars. This was actually the Cigar Prop 2019 Cigar of the Year. Yeah, there's that little bit of smokiness, but there's still, I can still fully taste the Florida Sun-Grown, the cigar. All right, I like it. Hoping I don't get the, I'm telling you, for hours afterwards, that my brain was a little bit razzled by the by that Starbucks. It had a couple of hour lasting effect. So I think if I drink that one again, I definitely think I will water that one down a little bit more than what I did, because it was a lot. It was, I mean, there were a couple times that I tried to do something and concentrate, and then it was like this haze that I couldn't concentrate through, and I didn't like that. The coffee was good, but so this one, as long as this one is the same as what I get in the stores, like the kick, the caffeine level, I know it'll be there, but it won't be distracting, or it won't mess with me. So we'll see. I don't know. They said if they're grinding fresh in the store, making fresh, it's going to be a lot more caffeinated, a lot more concentrated than these packs. I don't know when they were roasted, when they were ground, when they were packaged, how long it was sitting on the shelf. So even though it's in a sealed container, from everything I read, you do, from the moment the beans are ground, you start losing things from the beans, and the caffeine is one of them. So, all right, I go inside. I'm going to make up a jar of our last one, the Great Value Donut Shop. All right, just about finished with the cold brew. This was really good. I really like this. You could feel the caffeine, like, you could just feel the caffeine like you do caffeine, wasn't overpowering, didn't cloud my vision or my mental state, and it was good. It developed after, I don't know, maybe after I got done maybe a third of the glass, I started getting this little bit of like a little bit of sweetness, maybe like a little bit of cocoa coming out of the coffee. And I typically don't get that with the Dunkin cold brew that you get from an actual Dunkin' Donuts. So I don't know, I like it. I really like it. So tomorrow we're gonna wrap this all up with the Walmart donut shop coffee, and then we'll pick a winner. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we are back on day 3. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do the same cigar as day 2. So that's the Florida Sun-Grown. You know what? I want before I light this. Yes, before I taint my mouth hole. Let's and just to recap, we're on the Donut Shop Cold Brew. That sound is my contractor. He's been quiet for an hour until I start the camera. Now, just from appearance, this looks really, really light compared to the other ones. And it is really, really light, and there is definitely a bitterness there. Now, when I woke up this morning, I'm telling you, that Dunkin' cold brew was so good yesterday. That was the first thing I wanted when I woke up this morning, but I couldn't have any because I was doing this, and it was I had a dentist appointment. So, and then now everything's good. In case you're wondering, no, there's nothing, just a routine cleaning. I've had breakfast since then. And then my mouth is clean. I don't have mint on there. I don't have anything to affect the taste buds. So let's go ahead and get this. Definitely the mildest out of all 3. But there's 0 bitter. It's probably the less bitter out of all 3. I really like that. I do like that. Let's see how well it pairs with this cigar. Now, some people could be just watching this just for the coffee video, but the majority of this is going to be my cigar smoking family, as Lee Mack would say. Man, it's so smooth. Wow. I really like that. It's almost, let me try that again. It's almost like drinking the milk after you finish a bowl of Cocoa Puffs. It's got that Cocoa Puff chocolatey taste back and forth. Yeah, not on the cigar by itself. But yeah, as soon as I drink that. So that is quite nice. I can already tell you that is going to be quite light. And this was a little over 24 hours. You know, each one's been about 24 hours. I think this has been 26, 27. Not that it really makes a difference. But I'd almost, you'd almost have to throw a third pack in here, because if you remember, we did 1 individual pack to 2 cups of water, but on this one we had to do 2 packs to 2 cups of water because they're smaller packages. You'd almost, I think maybe adding that third pack to this would give you a little bit more boost, but then it would raise the price up, because right now these were all sitting at about, yeah, what were they? $1.66 to $1.70 per serving. So I'm gonna smoke this, or I'm gonna smoke this up. I'm gonna drink this up. We're gonna get back to you. I'm just wondering if the caffeine is gonna be there, because right now I'm not feeling anything like it's even going to remotely be there. So I'm gonna smoke this up, drink this up. Got some work to do, and then we'll come back with you for our final thoughts on this, and then we will pick an overall winner of the cold brew challenge. All right, we are back. Just about done with my Great Value Donut Shop cold brew and my Florida Sun-Grown cigar. They actually paired quite nice together. I almost want to say that this cigar and this coffee was the perfect pairing. Now, I would have to work on the pairing with the Dunkin and the Starbucks, but as in flavor goes, now I was worried about the caffeine level, you know, like, because it wasn't strong. It's kind of like a cigar. Sometimes you smoke a cigar, you're like, oh, it's going to be light, it's going to be medium. You know, the nicotine's not going to be there, and then it creeps up on you. And that's what happened with this one. Now, it never gave me the jitters, never gave me the mind fuzz that the Starbucks did. But I was also busy working, hammer nails, cables, things like that on the new edition. So, you know, I've found that with most cold brews, if you're really active and you're drinking coffee, it tends to amp you up even more. Is this the winner? No, unfortunately it's not. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. This is a very mild tasting. It's not overly strong at all. It's not like bitter. It's just a very mild. Even like I said, holding it up to the light, looking at it, it's a lot more tan when the others are more dark and more black. The Starbucks, I did not like the way that coffee made me feel. And it was the most bitter out of all of them. And I use bitter, I mean, I like a bitter. I like bitter chocolate. But that was just like too much bitter. It just messed with my head. Could it be, you know, water it down a little bit more? Yes, you know, I probably could have done that. But honest with you, or to be honest with you, the Dunkin', I think the Dunkin' was good. When I get a good Dunkin' cold brew at Dunkin' Donuts, that's what this tastes like. Now on this one, I did have to go back in after like 30 minutes because it was too mild. I had to add 2 more tablespoons of the liquid sugar. So because it was too mild, I forgot to state that. But yeah, on all of them, I think I would go, like I said, on the Dunkin', I think instead of 2 tablespoons, I would go 3 tablespoons of the liquid sugar. And then on the Starbucks, I've got some more in here, so I'm gonna make it again and maybe water it down a little bit more and then see about that. But I don't, you know, they're all really good. You know, if you were gonna pick one, if you had to say, Kevin, pick one, you know, I'll tell you the one that I'm gonna buy again is the Dunkin'. I think it's hands down the best winner. And you know, 3 bears. Too strong, too light, just right. So it's I think it's a no-brainer. You know, if you're a fan of the Starbucks, yeah, you know, drink it. You know, if you're a fan of the Dunkin', stick with that one. If you're the Great Value, but don't buy the Great Value thinking you're going to save money. You know, like I said, it was $4.98 for 6 pouches. So if you know, so on the Starbucks, you know, or the 6 pouches per box. The Starbucks and the Dunkin', Starbucks $6.78 for the box, and you get 4 pouches. The Dunkin', like I said, 4 pouches, $6.75. So you're probably thinking, oh hey, I can get that Great Value. It's essentially $5. The others are $7. I'm saving $2. But you gotta look at the math, you know. And like I said, the Great Value is $1.66 per serving. Starbucks $1.70 per serving, the Dunkin $1.69 per serving. So if you're drinking this one and you're just making do because it's cheaper, it's not cheaper. So that's what we got. Battle of the cold brews. Is there a cold brew that you have found at Walmart? I would love to do another review, maybe another 3, and then see how they compare to the Dunkin. So I don't know. It was just, I just did this one because like I said at the beginning of this whole video, a lot of people just don't have the time to go out, shop coffee, grind it, make it, buy like the Rumble jar, which I love. And I'm still going to do that. But in between of all my other, coffee drinking experiences, I'm just going to throw some Dunkin in a mason jar and keep it in the fridge. And honestly, that's why this box is empty. So I've already got the big mason jar full of it. So I took both packages, the 4 cups of water. So now I'm making a big one, and I can't wait till that's done, and just gonna stick with that one. All right, cats and kittens, like I said, if you got anything else down below, you got something else you want me to try, I'd love to keep going with this and do another video, but it's got to be in a box. It's got to be on a shelf. Like I said, Walmart, Publix. I'm in Florida, so you got to look up, we have Trader Joe's. We have a couple different things, so I'd like to be able to go to a store and pick up 2 or 3 other ones. I don't want, people to have to work at, going out and finding these coffees, that's why I did this one. Everybody's going to Walmart anyways, you might as well check this out. So, or if your Walmart carries something else, maybe other people's do also, so I can get those. So all right, so Dunkin for the win, and that's it. So I think that's all we got. Take from this coffee review, cold brew coffee review, what you will, but make sure you give your taste buds the cold brew that it deserves. They deserve.